Get this all focused in. Let me make sure my camera is working. Camera. Reverse. Video. Okay. Good morning, everybody. Monday morning. Got my coffee going. Oh yeah. Let's make sure people can make comments. Hang on. Hang on, bring this show down, bring that show down. Come on, let's see what's doing on Monday. Monday says live. Says what? Hello. Hello all. All. And then return, and that should pop up. Boom, we are live. Welcome. Today's projects. What we got going on is, let me move my one of one Air Force One shoe. We're going to work on this Thrasher Shark's Tail that we retained last week. I'm getting it ready to be epoxied. What my plan to do is, I'm going to get a bucket, I'll hang it up because I put it on a hook, right? So first we're just going to shave down the foam that's in here. And then we're going to wrap it with a Magnum condom. I think that's a great idea. Now, when I wrap it with a Magnum condom, I'm going to fill it up with half water, half 91% alcohol. And let it sit in there and just really get into all the nooks and crannies. Then I'm going to bring it out of there, take the condom off, right? We're going to take the condom off, and then we're going to stretch it out on a board. I got boards over here, 2x4s, right here. This is how it's playing out in my head, right? Will it work? Nobody knows. Do I know what I'm doing? Kind of. But we'll get it up on the board like this. We'll flatten it out. Because it's just cartilage, right? Now my next one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to epoxy. I want to put it as a middle, in the middle of a table and have blue water epoxy. I was even thinking, because I'm just getting into the epoxy, and I know if you add food coloring into the epoxy, hey, what's going on, Mark? If you add food color into the epoxy, like blue, then it will turn your whole table surface blue, right? So could you imagine the table being dark blue? Okay, that's the top of the tail. I don't even know what, that's the top of the tail right there. And it coming out of the table like this. So it'll be like a shark in the water. I think this is the top. This must be the top. So it'd be more like this. I'd have to cut the angle more this way. And that's what I'll do. So last night, if you were watching, we took care of this part. I have it on a hanger. I'm going to hang it behind me. But first, I'm going to cut this part real quick. I needed my phone for this, so I'll film this part cutting and then touching up with just gray paint. Just gray spray paint. After that, we'll let that dry. And then when I epoxy this, I'm going to add, I watched the guy on YouTube University, and what he did is he epoxied it, but he added gray dust. So I got to go to the art store to get gray dust, and he even put, he even mixed in, don't know what this is about, but yes, 100% sustainability. What I do is I'm fixing this one. Those ones up there, oh, I got super glue on that one, damn it. Okay, just to let you know real quick before you move on, if you do, Jimmy, what I do is I go down in the ocean, I grab these, big ones, by hand, bring them up, taxiderm, take all the meat out of one piece, otherwise the game wardens here in California will have a shit fit. They come to my house and check once in a while, or listen, I don't want to get in trouble with the wardens. We have kind of a truce right now, I think, but I'm under investigation again because I called in to the meeting last Wednesday. I have ADHD. There's nothing wrong with me except for my brain bounces all over the place. So I do lose a lot of people when they're watching and they're like, the guy didn't even answer the question. So The lobsters, just real quick, this one needs to be repaired. It was down at my market down there, Corralitos Market, during Christmas, and these broke off because the guy went in with the broom. It also needs to be, this was one of my first prototypes, and I didn't even match up the paint. It's not quality work, and it's my own work. So I'm going to fix it all up. I'm going to make sure it looks good, and then we'll bring it back down to the market. It hangs up behind the meat counter. It's high up enough, but they were mopping, man. They were mopping. It, you know, Christmas and a meat store. Everybody's coming to get their special ham and their special whatever. Ha ha ha! Here on me. So, if you don't know, if you want to get caught up, I just ask you watch my shorts. Last Sunday you'll see this. It was about a 9-foot thresher shark, and it jumped out of the water. It was about 90 pounds, 100 pounds, and it jumped out of the water as we caught it. Everything got eaten. We staked it up. I asked for the tail. I didn't even catch it. I was just filming it. But at night, we started with a thresher shark, your saltwater guide. I was on his show. And then we started with that. And then from there, what we did is we came back, we went out, we hoop netted. First time hoop netting. We were on the boat, you pull up the hoop nets. I don't know if you know what a hoop net is, but calling the... Yes. Okay, I suck at fishing. I spearfish. I go down and look them in the head, and then I shoot them. My thing is halibut, and the other one is a lobsters. Okay, that's what I do. I am in all the fishermen groups. I'm in with your saltwater guide, a whole bunch of captains that charter and go out here in Southern California. I'm in Northern California, so I don't go out with them all the time. And we caught this on rod and reel. Yes, we did. I couldn't even tell you how to tie a knot, but I will say I'm the best underwater. What I do is I shoot them with a spear gun. You can go back and watch my videos if you think I'm saying bullshit. I live here where all the great whites are. Halibut is what a great white eats until it is an adult, and then they eat seals. So everybody that gets hit here are normally the free divers, the kayak fishermen, paddleboard, swimmers, because that's how a great white hunts. Know how a great white hunts and know what you're doing. And so, do I fish? I'm learning. I'm 54 and I boom. How much longer can I put 60 pounds worth of gear on me, go down and do this? Well, I think 20 more years. I'm going to give you 20 more years. I'm going to go live. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please go watch my shorts after my show, or go watch them now. I don't care. And then come back if you don't. And if you don't like it, you don't like it. I mean, I can't force anybody to like me. But for 20 years, you get to watch me dominate the ocean, because I am getting in with the best. So cheers. I hope I answered that question for you. I do live right where you can fish. I'm 15 minutes away. I have a boat in my front yard, and my thing is taking all my buddies and we go down and shoot them in the head. A big halibut, if you know what a halibut is. Some people do, some people don't. It's a flat fish that lays on the bottom. For some reason, I'm so good at it, I can go up and hand punch them. I made a Halley hammer. Where's my buddy's Halley hammer? I made this for my buddy. We just went over this last night. So, you go up like this. You see a halibut down there and you just punch them. Yeah, that is a deer antler. So, I made this for him. And you just stab fish, bring them up. Now, these are big, powerful fish. They're 30 pounds. So, good luck holding on. Then I bring them back, chop them all up. I make art with them, fish art, so 100% sustainability. And look at these beautiful earrings. So, these are some fish and their earrings. They don't stink, but dogs will eat them. Now, this one I really like because I went a little bit crazy. Where is it? It's my favorite ones. Right here. This is a halibut right here. And that's its spine right there. Boom, for your lady. You know what I'm saying? And I got the gray side too, right there. Don't worry. Now, I've also gotten one up in Alaska. I take the skin too. Here's a 200-pound halibut. Here's the 200-pound halibut skin. I have guys working on skin, and then this won't be crunchy anymore. Now, I've done it with my lean cod. I've done it with my lean cod. This is lean cod skin from a 24-pound lean cod. See how supple it is? So I know how to do it. I just don't have the time, so I'm sourcing that part out. You say, what are you going to do with the skin? Well, I'm making an Air Force One, one of one Nikes. Right there. That's lobster skin. Let me get up close so you can see this. Look at how fresh those are, kids, or whatever you say. Fire. And because I'm so good at it, I took a gaping asshole of a lobster that was 12 pounds and put it on the back. Nobody else has these, one of one. So, my next thing with my next Nikes, Air Force One, is we're going to take all the stitching apart. I'm not doing it. My buddy Amir, my nephew Amir is. He's going to take all the stitching out, and then we're going to mix in this beautiful skin right here. So, that's what I'm about. Lobster skin. Thank you. Hey, if I've earned your subscription, I would like it. And if you could just share me out. That would be cool. But if you just want to keep me your dirty little secret, I'll be your dirty little secret. I also, this is to the fishermen out there that know what a vermilion is out here. Look at the beautiful, it's a redfish. Look at that. So, boom. All right, let's get to the projects. Let's get this out of the way. So, I'm going to put a Magnum condom on this because I need to bring the I need to bring it back. Now I could just hang it like a normal human get a trash bucket and hang it. This part is all the great stuff from Home Depot. Okay, so all the smell is going to be sealed in. I'm going to epoxy this. I went to YouTube University, and a guy showed me how to do a Thrasher shark tail. So I need to go to the art supply store, number one. But number two, this needs to be re-soaked. This is all cartilage down here. And then I'm going to, in my epoxy mix, I'm going to put gray in there and some sprinkles. And it takes all this imperfections right here. It'll just cover that up. I'll do about 3 coats of the epoxy. And so today we're just going to cut this down so it looks kind of flat. I'm going to level it off, paint it gray, and then I'm going to go to the store later, and then this is just a work in progress. I go live every night at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And normally I'm having a couple cocktails. I was into IPAs. I'm 54 and my blood pressure's too high. Too much salt that I'm eating. So, talked to the doc. Doc and me came up with an idea of different ways of eating. Okay, I want to live. So, I want to do this for you guys for 20 years. So, anyway, I'm glad I met you. Jimmy Watt, what part of the world are you from? Let me ask you that. Do you do ocean fishing, or you just stumbled across me because you saw a shark's tail and a huge-ass lobster? Either way, I'm glad we met. Sorry, I got a Magnum condom. This is the first time I bought these. I bought it to save one of these. Now, if you go back in my shorts about... Let me see if this one still has the asshole. Nope, took the asshole out. But it does have its fins. Now, these fins you can take off, and then you can make them into earrings. Nobody will see that because of when it's taxidermied up on the wall like this, regardless how you put it, you don't see the underneath side. So, let's put him back down. We will be fixing him later. Right now, I'm going to cut this, and I'm going to need my phone. So, give me a minute. Let's get rid of all this. Let's put it in here, just because it'll be good when I'm filming. Here we go. Yeah. All right. Let's take a breath. I love shellfish. Oh, I will tell you this. So all the meat I take out. In California, that's where I live. Don't judge. Listen, God damn it. Jesus. We're not all what everybody looks at on TV. Matter of fact, 80% of us aren't. We just are run by a crazy, crazy governor. But we're not going to get into politics. I don't care where anybody stands. So what I do is I take all the meat out. I take it down to the meat market. They grind it up. They're known for their sausages, Bavarian sausage. In my brain, I'm like, hey, when I go on a trip and I come back with 21 lobsters, you can have 7 a day. 21 in your possession. Well, I go on a trip after trip. So this is March coming up, March Madness. It's lobster closer. After that, you can't touch lobster until October. So I'm gonna go on 3 trips. I come back with 21. I take them all apart. I got a big bucket of 91% alcohol. I also have flesh-eating beetles. I live in the country at my kill shed out there. And you can get flesh-eating beetles on Amazon, $29.99. I don't know what it is now. They send you the larva, and I have plenty of things to feed them because I go spearfishing 3 times a week during halibut season. That normally starts. Last year I killed 43. Oh my God! I forgot I had the skin down here. Hang on. Let me throw that up here. That was a fun conversation. Also, with this shark right here, I have its backbone, right? I have about 1,000 of these. That's its backbone spine, and we're gonna make earrings out of them, or jewelry, or something. Maybe art, fish art. I found out I'm an artist at 54. The art world hates me because they don't think this is art. I don't know what that is then. It's a beautiful crustration that I brought from the catch to the clean, to the cook, to the taxidermy. Whatever. It doesn't really flow. But that's what I'm doing. I got yelled at for 20 years. I've done this for 25 years. And everybody says I'm killing and raping the ocean. Listen, I follow the laws of the land. They say I can have 7. They have to be a certain size. Artist here myself. Art is anything and everything created by humans and hands. There is no standards. Thank you. You know what? Thank you. Exactly. Modern art, the special kids. I'll be honest, I was a special kid. I have ADHD. I had Ritalin. Used to have to take Ritalin. What I would do is put it under my tongue, and then my mom would pat me on the head, turn her head, and then I'd spit it in my hand and go sell it to the smart kids at school that wanted to study and become doctors and lawyers. Because it does the opposite. It suppresses kids, right? It turns them into whatever society wants them to be, so they're not so creative, shall we say. Now, after you grow up like that, you learn how to fight. In my day, because there was bullying. Either you got bullied or you were bullied. And if you had any kind of special disability, you got bullied. Well, I didn't get bullied. My dad wouldn't allow that. So he taught me how to fight. I'm not a great fighter. Listen, you got cauliflower ears, you're into the MMA. Good, God bless you. For myself, I'm going to give you 20 years of my life. Just if you want to follow. If you don't, I get it. If you want to share me out to your friends, that's the only way don't worry, I'm not going to ask you for money. I don't have to. I have 3 businesses. Remember, I have ADHD. So when you have this special power, you really don't sleep. I don't have to do cocaine. I've never done cocaine. I've been tested for it my whole life because I went to private schools. And let me just show you some of the art. I'll wait. Yeah, you'll see. Just go back and if this is interesting to you, just watch my shorts. Who cares about my lives? If you want to see the live of this being caught, you have to go to Your Saltwater Guide, and it was last Sunday, not last night, the week before, because I was on his show, and they took us out, and this was a treat. So now my new project is I'm going to shoot a leopard shark. I know, the sharks aren't in decline. I already seen it. You can go back. I go on millionaires' yachts. I do not have that kind of money. I have plenty of money, but not yacht money. And we go over to the islands, and we shoot things. So I also go to Alaska. That's where we got the 204-pound halibut. If you want to watch any of that with the short form, we ate the tongue of all things, and it was the most greatest thing I've ever eaten in my life. I I fully understand, relate to your. Thank you. You can type fast. I can't even type. I have to let Siri do it. I like this. Okay. It is a blessing and a curse, absolutely. But here's how I look at life, and I've always looked at life. Everything happens to a reason. We're on this earth for a reason. I don't have any hate towards anybody. Listen, I don't. I don't put up with buffoonery, is what I call it. I live in California where there's a lot of buffoonery. But the world's the world, and I'm just gonna keep rocking the world the best I can till I can't. And doing weekends like this, and then coming back, and now I can do about 10 shows on the preparation of this, and it's trial and error, right? I've never even. I had a thing with sharks because I'm down there with them underwater, right? I see them all the time. I don't eat them and they don't eat me. Well, we caught this one. They filleted it up, and I ate it, and it was delicious. But I also got to feed anybody and everybody that's around me in my little, I call it a village, but it's right here in the little spot of California in the country that I live. We have a meat market that's world famous, the Correlatus Meat Market, and they make sausages and everything. People bring their game there when they kill it. If they don't have enough time, those guys are all experts with knives. If you want your skin, they'll get your skin. So I take all this out, all the meat out. I take it down there in my 21. Now it's a byproduct because they put it through the grinder and make lobster sausages. What? Yeah, I invented lobster sausages. We call them sea dogs. The smaller ones we call dog bites. Where's Martin? Martin's not on here. Sea bite? I don't know. Martin named him. A guy that I met online that's 70 years old that did free diving. The free divers hate me because they say I cheat because I use tanks. Okay, I don't want to be around a great white shark with no cage without tanks. I want to be able to control the shark. They're very curious. They come up and then they swim off. If you're on the surface like this, what they do is they eat seals. So if you're acting like a seal and you shoot a big halibut and then you're coming up, that thing's going to come up and hit you. That's the only time I'm worried. Now, I have a shark shield. It's a little ankle bracelet that you put on, like if you've ever been under house arrest. And then it has about a 5-foot tether on it that it electrocutes anything and everything around you. So I get electrocuted all the time trying to turn it on and off because I got gloves on because it's cold water. Shocks the shit out of you. It fucking makes you absolute man. You can watch my videos. You can see me getting lit up all the time. Once it was laying across my boat in the back because I have a dive ladder, and my buddy said he turned it off, and I'm sitting there it just pulsates. Oh fuck! I've also been attacked. There's by Electric Ray, and he made love to my shark shield. He laid on the bottom and just started pumping it. I was like, Jesus Christ! That's all on video. So. If that's your thing, cool. Let's be friends. If not, well, I guess you got to move on. So let's get to. I gotta hit that lobster sausage. They're truly something I would have to try. What part of the world you in? I can't sell them. I can't bargain with them. I can't trade them. I could sure give you some. Now, one of them, they're so rich. Lobster's so rich, and these ones all go. If you're not familiar, these don't have the claws. These are the California spiny. These all go to China. I'm not going to get into politics. It's just the truth. Everything caught in our commercial traps go to China. China pays $100 a pound for this. Now, the ones from the East Coast with the claws, no disrespect to you guys. I'm not here to fuck with you guys. You guys are right. Yours are better. The market is $12.99 a pound for that, $100 a pound. China doesn't want those. They want these ones. They say they're the sweetest. We don't have the sweetest here. The sweetest are over in Australia. Now, China was over there. Australia said no more because they were depleting them all, right? And then they moved to Southern California to San Diego, from Santa Barbara to San Diego. After that, the water gets too warm and they're bluer. Those are the ones you get at Costco, the restaurant type thing. I live in the USA, Wisconsin. All right. Man, do you ice fish? Do you get to ice fish? So for what I want to do for the rest of my life is, if I can make this happen, is I want to live in Alaska for 3 months and try to get one of those 200-pounders. I've been trying. If you go back and look at anything in May or August is when I go to Alaska and visit my friends, and I spearfish. We go 8 hours into the bush. You really have to know what you're doing up there because of the halibut up there will kill you, number one. Number two, they got tide changes twice a day, but of 20 up to 20 to 30 feet. So you got to dive on slack tide. You have to know the tides. We are 8 hours away from any civilization when we're there. We're on just a fun boat, and bears walking around, bald eagles everywhere. God, it's beautiful. Whales up there, orcas up there. You see it all. You see it all. Anyway, let's see. So, okay, you did that. That's, what do they call that? Noodling? I want to do that. My buddy from Oregon said, hey, that's one of his lifetime goals is to go and shove your hand in and let it bite it, I think. Is that what happens? And then you pull it out? And I've seen that. That looks fun. Man, you've done that. Wow. And you could get bit by a snapping turtle or some water moccasin or something, right? You don't know what's in the holes. The same with when you're grabbing these lobsters out of holes. The moray eels protect them, okay? And I've had to cut, other divers, I've had to cut the head off of the eel because the jaw comes out. I don't know if you've seen the movie Predator. The back, they have two sets of jaw. The jaws come out, grab, pull back in, and these ones, the front ones, rip it apart as it's pulling in. So they protect these lobsters until they get rid of these shells. That's how they grow. They molt. As soon as they get rid of the shells, they eat them. So they protect, that's your food source. So when you shove your hands in a hole and you're diving, hoop netting, you don't have to worry about it as much. You still pull up stingrays and stuff from the bottom. But, so anyway, we've had to cut off, I've seen two guys, one guy, we had to cut off its head, came up to the surface, and then we took 2 pliers on the dive boat, opened its mouth, then 2 other people went in and opened its mouth that way. And then normally, because it's a marine bite, nobody lost any fingers, but I've seen pictures where they lose the whole fingers. So, man, they do. Yeah. Okay, so let me keep going on this. Man, you're fun to talk to. Thank you for communicating with me. Like I said, if I can win 1 viewer over a day, and then if you turn me on, if you have any kind of content, I'd like, follow me on all social media. Sometimes I'm in YouTube jail because I say the wrong thing that I didn't know I wasn't supposed to say. So Seawolf13 on any social media platform. Facebook pays me the most because I'm 54, so they push my stuff more through. I get about 60 to 100,000 views. I have 3 videos out there removing the tail of that guy, just the tail meat, before I knew how to take it out whole this year. That was in October. I removed the tail meat and all of its little fins, all these little fins, just went tweet, 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 tweet. It wasn't alive. And that one's almost at 600K on Insta. I went into Instagram jail because I used a word that I didn't know I wasn't allowed to use. And Mark Zuckerberg said there's no fact checkers anymore, but there are. So I went to Instagram jail, so they stopped it. But now, as of last night, I had 30,000 views in 24 hours, which for me is good. So I do go live on different platforms, so please follow me on all platforms. I can't see, I go off here, I don't have, listen, I tried StreamYard, and then I could show my videos behind me of diving, so when I'm saying stuff, it actually makes sense, but I'm not big enough for that yet. I have to check my ego, and I gotta get back to work. So, work is making reels, making shorts, so people only with 10 seconds of nothingness mine's 10 seconds of greatness. Shooting a fish and a shark coming to take it from you, and you saying no. Mostly it's going to be sea lions. They're protected too. but we're allowed to stand our ground. I don't care. You can stand your ground. You can't shoot them with your spear gun because you're going to lose a $600, $700 spear gun. And then you wound an animal and you kill it, and then the wardens find it up on the beach and find your spear gun. You're fucked because you fucked it with. But the greatest thing is I wear a GoPro when I dive. Right here, right where my symbol. You can buy these. Oh, that's how you can support me if you want. Seawolf13.net. Seawolf13.net. Go cruise. Check it out. Maybe you like what this is about. I am Mr. Seawolf. My name is Brent Mitch. Man, cheers, Jeff. There's a guy that I dive with. There's a young man well, he got into Bitcoin Bitcoin. He tried telling me about it, and I told him we were going diving. I said, Jeff, don't. It's like Amway. Stop it. Well, I was completely wrong. So as a man, I can admit I was wrong, and Jeff is somebody that I've taken under my wing, and I've known him for a long time. He grew up with my wife's family, just as like friendship type thing. And I get to watch him be a dad, super dad, and he's about that. Did you have your girl yet? When's that thing coming? When's your daughter coming? I didn't mean to call her a thing. When's your daughter coming? Is it this month? May. Okay, May. I hope it's on my anniversary, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. Woo! Anyway, I got 3 trips, Jeff. I got 3 trips planned for the month of March. So I'm going to be very busy. It is May 5th. The due date is May 5th. You can even have it a C-section if you want, and then, woo! And then we get it. To be fair, a lot of us do not expect Bitcoin to blow up. Oh, I know. Everybody told this, my buddy Jeff, stop it. He already was. He's a younger. Okay, he's not younger. I'm guessing you're 35. No, you're Ryan's age, so you're probably 40, maybe. I don't know. I'm 54, so my demographic is males that are 18. 99.9% on my demographic. If you're watching demographics, that's what they told me on YouTube to do. I don't spend too much time on it. My brain can't look at things, numbers, and that kind of stuff. So if I actually make this work, I'm 23. Okay, see? You're in my demographic. Now, mine normally goes to hunting, fishing, all that kind of stuff. But now I'm not a taxidermist. Listen, I just play one on social media. I do pretty damn good work. I didn't know. I perfected this over 20 years. As a matter of fact, Jeff was on a trip that you can watch the whole thing in the short form. And he brought me back a lobster that the back leg, this leg right here on the other side, broke off because we were on the, we're on the, now, Jeff, let me ask you a question. For the guys that are getting into Bitcoin now, can we still make money, or is it just guys that got into it first made the money? Now, I know it blew up when Trump became in office and this and that, but and I know you know the demographic, or the algorithm and that kind of stuff. For a guy like me, okay, just the average guy, say you didn't even know me and you're just telling somebody about it, and their brains can actually conceive what you're saying. Me, it's just white noise, and it's a shame. I would be a lot better in life because this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life, right? So my plan is just to become famous. I do have sponsorship coming in. I've come a long way in the last 2 years. This going live 7 days a week is a pretty brutal process, but it's fun for me because this isn't really work for me, but it's actually making money. So you think about it, I get somebody that really knows how to not edit my videos, well, maybe edit my videos, I don't know. It's like I outsourced my leather from fish skins. I know what I want to do with it. I want to make belts, I want to make hats with my emblem in them, right? And you have a hat, not this is just because it's cold, right? But then in the summertime you get a hat. Let me show you a hat. Here's my idea. Let me find a hat. Here we go. This is a perfect example. Now for me, because I'm on the water, I do like the fitted hats without the back part. But, you know, everybody, there's guys that take steroids and your head, when you take steroids, your head gets bigger. It does. It shrinks back down afterwards. But, so this patch right here, I would like to adhere or fix, or however you say that, a piece of like the halibut leather, the white stuff, or even the brown side, the gray side. I have 43 times 2 because a halibut has 2 sides to it. I learned how from YouTube University how to skin them whole, so I get more of the skin. That's why this is a whole side to that 204 pound halibut. But we also made fish prints out of it. I have it hanging on my garage door. If you go back, you can watch that in August. Shorts, just go to the shorts. And if you agree with what I'm doing, please, 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 share me out. That's it. I am down with another podcast with you to talk about. Yes, I would love that, Jeff. Let me get a little bit more. Well, I mean, we could do it today if you wanted to. If I do, here's the problem. If I have you come up on the screen with me, I have to use StreamYard. StreamYard only gives me 15 people watching, and then I can't attract somebody like Jibby Watt. Jibby, what's your real name? Can I just call? Is it Watson? I mean, you're 23. Can I call you your name, or do you not want to? You don't have to give me your last name, just the first name. And I'll be honest, I'll forget because it just goes away. But after I start getting to know people, like Jeff, I know who Jeff is because Jose. All right, fantastic, Jose. So, Jeff, how cool is this though? Look at this, Jeff. It's coming together. Who knew? It doesn't stink. I'm gonna epoxy it. I do have to get the cartilage all back down. Now, how cool would this? I cut this the wrong way, Jeff, because this is the top and this is the bottom. And did you see this thing fly out of the water? Oh my God, what a thing of beauty! And I didn't even know I caught it because every time it jumped, I was trying to film, and they were telling me to move because they were all over the boat. And hey, by the way, Jeff, if you want to do a father-son trip with your boy next year, he could be on the boat hoop netting, and we go with a couple buddies. It's about $200 a piece, $220, $230. I don't know what Justin's prices are going to be, but anyway, it doesn't matter. And you come home with 7 lobsters. Plus, if you bring your son and he's on board inside with the little video game, we're not out on the ocean. We're in the harbor. Your son could be in there on his tablet, or he can come out and we'll go catch one of these first. He could be touching it after we kill it, right? This tail is deadly when you bring him on. It slapped a lot of people. Yeah, let's do this, Jeff. Let's do this. And you can go to Disneyland too with your new little baby girl, right? You gotta listen. I did it. You gotta ride that ride. It's a small world. It's gonna be mind-numbing. It's almost like that baby shark. I know you've been to Disneyland and you hung out with my brother-in-law and you ran around and did all the fun roller coasters. You don't get to do that with kids. But it is fun to watch them. It is. They're oh my God, expensive though. You better have Bitcoin because if you want to do it right, you can pay and fuck, take me down a different. Yeah. So next season, Jeff, let's think about that, man. And Jeff, we'll do like 2 days, right? If you want, and then we'll go out diving. I got buddies down there with boats that we don't have to go over to the islands. So I don't know what the trips cost to go to the islands. I'm sponsored by the Peace Dive Boat. So when you're on the Peace Dive Boat and you guys want me to go, I'm not going through the shop of the person doing it anymore. I'm just going to step on the boat if they didn't. And I'm not a crew member. I'm just a sponsored human being. So I can now go. I got 2 trips on there. And Jeff, in the future, I'm going to do a thing for the lobster closer where if you buy a ticket on the first 4 people that scan or 3 or 2, I don't know how many spots he gave me, and scan the QR code and call them, your kid gets to go for free. So My buddies have taken their kids, they're single dads, and I've watched their kids grow up doing this. And the staff, while they're diving, takes care of their kid. They don't change diapers. I'm talking like a kid that is potty trained but just wants to fish. They can fish all day long while you're down there. They help people. They watch the lobsters come up. They watch you come back. They watch guys like me come back, just dominating the ocean. I got plans for you, so I gotta live. So cut out all the salt in my life. That's my new thing. So no more dirty martinis. That was a great phase. I did like it. I'm still gonna have cocktails at night. My wife found one that is the purest thing that I think. It's bubbly water with vodka. I don't go crazy on the vodka. I'll have 3 of them a night, and I can change the flavors up. And if it's a strawberry flavors, I'll take a real strawberry and cut it up and put it in there, and then let it absorb all the juice. And then when my drink's over, eat it. I like that idea. So I've done wine. I could just stop drinking and just take my edibles and be a good person, but that's not going to work for me either. So, just trying to figure out life to the fullest, and I think I will. So, like I said, if I've made an impression with anybody, Jose, thank you, my guy. Please share me out. It's all love here. Like I said, I don't judge anybody or anything, or just be a good person. That's all you have to be. Screw whatever the politics are in this world. Screw all that. We're corrupt on every side. Let's just say that. So, here's my ADHD. So back to here, this little emblem right here, I'll unstitch, right? Or I'll get a company, actually just a company, and just do blank ones with my leather on there that I've stamped out, right? So I could probably make about 1,000 hats with all those, right? And then I do the Seawolf emblem right here, just brand it right in there. I bought a brand from one of the, I think it was Instagram, and you just they make your Seawolf thing, and I can just brand it into it and burn it in. Like right now, I can burn it into the flesh here, and then epoxy it over. Damn, you know where this came from. So, Jeff was fortunate enough to go down and get one of these big ones. And if you go back, what was that? That was October. It was November. I think it was November was his trip. He brought it back. It was his biggest one. He called me. He called me and texted me pictures starting at 7 o'clock because he got it in the morning on the last day. The captain of the boat said that's one of Brent's because they throw them back. Sometimes we throw these back because we've caught so many of them. It's just kind of a respect. This animal was over 100 years old, according to the biologist. You guys can argue about that all you want. I don't care. It's none of my business. 70 to 100 years old is what they are. Now, I was told for every pound, it's a decade. So if it's 12 pounds, it's 120 years in my brain, but that might not be true. Could be. Anyway, let's get to filming. Let me get my phone real quick. Oh, look I got new followers. Nice. There we go. Boom. And now we're recording. Let's do this real quick. I just want to shave this so it's flat. This is just the great stuff that I put on last night from Home Depot. Don't worry, all this, the bone that's in there, I removed the meat on last night's show. So all of the, this is all going to get sealed in when I epoxy. That's Flipper. Flipper. Jeff, we got to get out there and go diving pretty quick here. But never mind. Hang on. I have a big month ahead of me. So that was wrong of me to say. Okay. I like the look of that. That's nice. Look at that. We'll hold it up for the camera. And then we just hang it. We're gonna hang it today. And I'm gonna put it on 2 boards, but I'm gonna put a Magnum on it first. I should just spray paint this. Let me spray paint this real quick. Let me turn off the camera I'll just do it while I'm taping. I got some gray right there. Let me find some tape. Blue tape right there. I got blue tape right there. Hang on, everybody. Hang on. La-ti-da, la-ti-da. This is kind of working out. Oh, I don't think it's going to stick to the skin. There we go. Well, that's good enough for me. I mean, it's this easy. If I screw up, let's see. I got this gray right here. It's pretty damn close. Let me shake it for a minute. I don't know how old it is. This one might not be a good one. It just needs to, there we go. This is a different gray. Hang on. This one sounds better. Let me get a piece of cardboard. Get a little professional about this. How about that, guys? Just like that. Like I said, I could even do this. This piece needs to come off. Oh my God, you can't even tell. I mean, look at that, guys. Okay, let me turn off the camera over there. No need to Alright, so that part's done. We're going to hang this up right now. I removed one of the big lobsters, this one, because I'm going to work on this one. This one was at the Corliss Market. I need to replace the legs on it. I've done this for so long, Jose, if you're still here, I have a parts department. Let me show you my parts department real quick. Let me turn this around. Hopefully I don't break anything. Now, when the lobsters don't work out for me, what I do, like here's some big ones right here, and I have their legs, a whole bunch of legs here. All these are legs, extra body parts, tails, so antennas. So if the antennas or any of that stuff break, then I can replace it. So what was I coming over here to show you? Oh, the legs. So like I said, this leg, boom, can be popped right on. Let me show you a thing of beauty. Hang on. This is what you're going to get if you follow me for free. This is free entertainment. But that right there is that 204-pound halibut. We did 3 fish paintings on it. You say, what are you talking about? Well, let me show you its skin. This is its pectoral fin that went here. If you've ever seen one of these normal size, I can show you in a minute. This is the gray side, this is the white side. I turned them into magnets for my game freezers. So we have that. Here is its tail. See the tail? That's the bullet that we shot him with before we brought him on the boat. We shot him 5 times. This one ended up in the spine, so I was able to keep it. This is its tail. So we have the fin, we have the tails. We ate the tongue We ate all the food that was in it, all the meat. What else do we have? We have the skin. This is, it could have been the other side. This is a bigger side right here. Now, if you ever had a halibut, everybody likes the jaw meat, right? Here is the jaw meat from here, the skin from it. I have the white side too. Here, just so you can understand the difference between sizes of a halibut, here's the typical halibut me and Jeff shoot, right? And where is that tail again? Where's that tail? Come on, tail. Where did my brain? Where did I put the tail? Oh, right here. 30-pound halibut, 20-pound, let's just say 20-pound halibut, 200-pound halibut. This is a California spiny, no, California, a California halibut. They're a little bit smaller. The biggest they get is about 65 pounds. My biggest is 50. Jeff was there on that dive, and he made a video. He had his GoPro going. So that's the difference in the size of tails. And there is no tails here. This is the truth. Now, I'm also working on, Jose, if you're still watching and we're talking about being an artist and this and that. This is my art piece right here that I have going up. Let me get rid of this for a second for you. Man, what a fun show. I didn't know it was going to turn out to be this great. Okay. So now that we're over here, this is my buddy Kent's. He got his. It was a 12-pound lobster. I have to drop it off at his house, but here's a finished one. And look at, I took the asshole. Sure I did. I'm an asshole stealer. And look at the beauty on that. So remember I told you I took all the fins underneath off? This was a male. And then his wife now gets earrings. 100% sustainability plus art. Plus art. Not bad. So for my biggest halibut ever, the one me and Jeff, I was just talking about with Jeff. Here's its skull epoxied. How cool is that, huh? Look at that. Now I took the ear bones out, so I drilled holes in its head, because all fish have ear bones. And I'm going to make a puka shell necklace with the ear bones on all the fish that I kill. Not a bad idea. So, this is just an art. I just got the good stuff, and I'm putting it together. I'm going to put a lobster, not a huge lobster, but a lobster this size on it down there, because that's what they do. They come when fishermen throw, they take all the meat off and throw this back in. These guys come and eat it at nighttime. This one right here, if you go back in my videos, this one bit me and broke my finger. That was pretty cool. I've had my finger broken twice. But in his defense, when he bit my finger, I already shot him in the head, so he had a right to bite my finger. Let me sit back down. This project went really well. I'm pretty stoked on it. Let me hang this stuff back up. Get everything organized. Uh-oh. Jeff, do you hear that a lot with your young man? Uh-oh. I used to hear that all the time with my kids. This is lobster leather that's being tanned right now. That is a 12-pound lobster that I got the lobster leather out. How do you get lobster leather? You have to grab them right before they molt. And then they have the new skin underneath them. Here's some that is actually tanned and perfect. This is a nice 6-pound one, but look at the suppleness of this, right? There's the eyeballs and everything. All the meat's out. It smells fine. So, I'm going to make wallets, hats, I don't know. Mind-blowing where we can go with it. Also, I can actually do, with that, I could do the leather right here, right? So, that is what I got for you guys today. I will be back at 5:30. I'm not going anywhere. Let's just be honest. This is, since we're all having a good time talking, I put magnets on them so they hang up like that. But the fish ear bones that I was talking about, this is where I'm keeping them. And the lobster's assholes, they're in there. So the little white things are the fish ear bones. They're called orthofid something, I can't pronounce it. And these aren't huge lobster assholes, they're medium size. But there is a big one in there, right here. This is the one this is Kent's. He said I can have it. I haven't epoxied it yet, but look at that. Not bad, huh? All right. Oh, what a fun show today. Just a beautiful Monday morning. I'm going to go out and do my real work. And then I'm going to come back. I need to take this down. Hang on. So I can put that up there. So this is what I came up with last night. Did you see how easy it is to break those things? Damn it. That was a good one too. Doesn't matter, I can fix it in 10 seconds. Let me find it on the ground. Yeah, here it is. I'm sorry, but broken 2 pieces. So this is exactly why I saved the antenna of all my lobsters. So now I just have to break it at this part right here, and I can just put a toothpick in there, glue it, and then you won't even know that it was broken before. So all this movement, that's why I gotta put them up on the ceiling. This till it dries. Oh, look at this, man. How fun is this? Arts and crafts today. Woo! Now we just hang it up like this and let her dry. I'm going to put the condom on, right? The Magnum condom is going to go on this. This can be cleaned up. That can be cleaned up. And then inside the condom, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill it full of water and 91% rubbing alcohol. What a showstopper. Okay. Let's move this out of the way. So I do have to go to the arts and crafts store today, and I do have to get myself some this in here, some glitter. So like I said, the glitter is just gonna cover up all the imperfections when I'm epoxying. I don't really know how to epoxy things. I've just learned I just know that it makes the lobsters look wet forever, and it gives them an extra protection. You will not be able to protect the lobster with the antlers or antennas. Sorry, antennas. So that's just a fact. So we're gonna fix this one up on tonight's show, or we might even be at the epoxy stage. I don't think so, because I'm gonna have to let this dry with boards on it. But can you imagine like a center table, like a coffee table? And if I cut the one I catch, I'm gonna go down and spear one of these. The one I do is I'm gonna cut it so it's at an angle that way. So all you see is a blue table, a dark blue table, right? Epoxy. What are you doing? Well, Lisa, I'm working on your goddamn tail. Look at this, Lisa. Look at that. Now, I'm going to put a Magnum condom on. Yeah, I have them. It's the only time I ever bought them to save that guy's lobster. And I'm going to fill it full of rubbing alcohol, 91%, and water, half and half. I'm going to put it on because this is all filled with foam. I did foam last night, and then we just painted it. So that's the foam. Now all these imperfections right here, the camera angle, let me get this closer. It's not showing. Yeah, right there. All those imperfections. When I do the epoxying, I'm going to add some dust to it. I went to YouTube University last night while everybody was sleeping. And sure enough, me and Martin, I was on the show live last night. Martin was telling me, hey, we'll do this, do that, bum, bum, bum. So we filled it with the foam. We got all the meat out. I've salted it, so all the moisture was coming out. I got to put the moisture back in, though, because it's wrinkling here. Then, after I take that condom off and we dry it out, I have to put it on board so it doesn't, you know what I'm saying? It'll come out nicely, all flat. You got to flatten it. And we met a new guy from Wisconsin. His name is Jose. Man, deer skin, but lobster skin. Nobody knows about lobster skin. And to be quite honest, anybody that grabs Jose is Jibby Watt. Anybody that grabs a lobster that's soft thinks that something's wrong with it, so they normally throw them back in. It's freaky, because when you grab something that's supposed to have a hard shell and it doesn't have a hard shell, you're like, what? It's the easiest to clean. Trust me, it's a fine, but everybody throws them back. I don't know if I'm going to change the internet. There's some guy named Max that took my lobster sausages and said they were his, and he has 1.9 million followers, so I argued with him for a little bit. I told all of his people, come see the real lobster sausage guy. But no disrespect, his video was a lot better than mine. He's professional. So me knowing that and me wanting to succeed is unstoppable. The only problem is I'm 54. My dad was dead at 53 from a heart attack. He was a stressful motherfucker. I'm not as stressful. Oh, I'm not supposed to cuss. Dave's right. It brings down the algorithm. So I'm going to try to give up my cussing. I'm going to give up eating ham. I love ham. I love bacon. It's very salty. That's why my blood pressure's up. Plus the dirty martinis, the juice they eat. There's a lot of, Jesus, olives. There's a lot of salt in there. So Lisa, I got to change my ways there too. Don't worry, my wife helped me out. Bubbly soda. No sugars, right? It's just that carbonated water. And vodka. It's my new drink. I drank it last night and I was perfectly fine and it was beautiful. So, my blood pressure is still high. I took it this morning. But I'm going to actually, and yeah, Lisa, we got this. Let's do it together, right? One big family. You're Saltwater Guide, Seawolf 13. Lisa does earrings. She didn't make my earrings, but I'm giving her a whole bunch of stuff that she can get creative with. For your cartilage, Lisa, when I epoxy that, this is going to be gray. We're going to do gray powder in it. I'll send you. You know what? I don't think we've ever exchanged numbers yet. I see your number in the chat, but I don't know which one's yours. So I want to be able to directly communicate with you instead of the 9 people. Listen, the 9 people, I still want to communicate with you, but Lisa has to come up with, I'm going to take this and make it gray. And thank you. Now I know. Okay, so I'll just do that and I'll figure it out and then I'll text you. Anyway, so these will be gray, the same as the tail, because these are the spine from this. So this is going back to whoever wants it. Listen, I didn't catch it. I was a part of it. It was fun. I'm going to use a Magnum condom on it. That'll bring up, listen, the live shows that I do like this go nowhere. Oh, there you go. Somebody just, thank you. Man, you just even made it easier for me. I can see my phone just lighting up right now. So don't worry about the numbers. Or do. I don't care. It says 7 people watching. This will be a strong one. It'll be over 500 people watch this. Some people click on, say, this is too crazy for me. They go away. And then some people, Darren. That guy was a part of it. Dude, make something for Darren with these. Man, none of you saved the bones, I'm pretty sure, from, okay, I know it's terrible. And this isn't regular bone, it's cartilage. So it gets all gooey and you get these, you gotta wear gloves, otherwise you have little white tips everywhere. Anyway, the next one we catch, I am gonna go over to Catalina with Justin or not. I would love for him to be a part of this. I would love him to bait the area because I want the leopard shark, and I know where. I don't know what the world record is for a leopard shark, but you've seen it in my video. There was one that was 7 foot long, and I know where it lives. And we can shoot this. I can film it. Justin can be up on top of the water filming it. I got to make sure it's all legal because they're going to be watching. They'll probably be over there with their boat measuring, doing everything legally. And that's what your guys are going to get. And all you have to do is follow. I mean, if you want, you can go get yourself a t-shirt that you can support that way, or a hat, or some. Don't worry, I'm coming out with joggers for you guys that wear, your younger guys. I didn't know. I just knew sweats. Divers, they love throwing sweats on. So this is all the sweats I have. The old 70s. Got that look to them, right? Once those are gone, I'm going to have joggers. Now that I know that I can make money at this, and it actually gives my wife a new business for herself. So also, if I expand too much, then I take it all and move my warehouse up to where my uncle died at, and my niece and my nephews, and they're going to take over that. So now she can be a stay-at-home mom, but make money. So you're just supporting the family, if to be God honest, the truth. I'm not at that stage yet. I'm dreaming big, and I'm swinging for the park. Right? Is it going to be a home run? It's going to be entertaining. You get to watch this for 20 years. I'm giving you 20 years unless I die. Then, fuck, all bets off. What did I do? I tried. Will my kids talk to me ever again? I don't know. They look pretty stupid at this point. Am I upset about that? It hurts, but I feel myself full of new friends and new adventures. And it's only going to get better and better because you got to realize, if I can go live in Southern California, I just want to get a boat. Doesn't have to be a nice boat. Doesn't have to be a Justin's boat. But just a nice enough boat that I can go down and live there for 3 days out of the week. Maybe do some shoots with Justin or any of the saltwater guide people, right? They promote me, I promote them. I mean, it's all one family. And anybody else. I mean, my God, sponsorships are coming. I feel it. First, I'm going to start out with a barbecue smokers. I've reached out to Traeger. I'm the only one with real lobster sausages. Can you imagine me making lobster jerky? Come on. I could do it right now at my Correlated Market, sure, but I like doing everything myself. I'm a go-getter. So, yeah, yummy. You're absolutely right. Nobody's ever had it, right? Can you imagine? Because I'm grinding it all up. What do I care? I go get 7 bugs, throw them in the grinder, make jerky out of them. It's almost like going to a strip club and making it rain. Now, do I have that kind of money? Not anymore. No. I hope I can have that money again. This is my last business I'm starting. The other ones have been successful. As a matter of fact, they were so successful, my ex and her family took the idea and started it up in Santa Rosa. The same name, the same brand, the same everything, but I'm the asshole. So, I do surround myself. Somebody asked if I fish. I don't fish. I don't. I am going to fish, and I'm going to learn by the best. So it takes out that curb of not fishing and then going straight for the end zone. Throw me the touchdown pass. Let me be the Jerry Rice of lobster diving. Scuba diving, not the free divers. Free divers, no offense. I'm not trying to take your world. You guys got it. I'm just taking it to another level for myself. And I think we have a good respect for each other now. I've talked at your groups. Here's one that I talked at. OC Spiros. They even let me promote my stuff in their private group. They let me come down only because I know how to do this. And this is something you can do. Yeah, it has a broken leg. It has a couple. It's on the chopping block. It needs to be fixed. was at the market during Christmas. They called me up Christmas Eve and said the guy mopping just came in through. It was above the door, right? We put it up where nobody could touch it, and the mop hit it. They didn't save the parts, but I got a parts department, and I got to get it fixed and get back down there. Jesus. Now, if you're asking, can I sell these particular ones? I can't sell. I can give them away. I'm not giving them away to just anybody. I'm giving them away to people that can actually make money off them. So if I give them to whatever Justin and Dave, if they're groups, I know Dave said no, it's considered gambling. So I don't know. There's a lot of red tape. There's a lot of people that know the red tape. I'm going to Sacramento next month, or in April, or whenever that fish thing's going. And I'm not a keyboard warrior. I'm going to talk to him the same way. Compliments to the coffee. The same way I talk to him, but I gotta tone it down because people think I'm threatening them just talking to him like this. I don't know, something about my eyes looking past your soul and knowing I'm more dominant than you. Now that's a little narcissist, I get it, but fuck. It's like a superpower that you get in trouble for. But I don't mean any harm to anybody. I just don't think the person running the commission for Fish and Game in California that doesn't know anything about coyotes, that didn't even want the job, grind up shells. Now I got a buddy that's working on that. He is. I gotta call him. Fuck, my buddy. Anyway, yes. So it is a great idea, right, Lisa? And look at that. He just came up with that. He might know how to do it. Because I know. Okay, in my first marriage, I had a Rottweiler that had hip problems at the end of the life, and we would spend. That was back, God, when I was in my 20s. So that I'm 50. So that's like 30 years ago. Do you know how much we spent on shark cartilage powder? Is it the same thing as if I take all the cartilage, grind it up, and put it into pill forms? I'm going to do it for my bulldogs. I'll test it on myself first. And I'm not talking... I'm not talking the epoxy stuff. I really listen. I'm in. My brain is just fucking binging on every side. This is so great, man. Jose, I'm glad I met you today. Like I said, if you can, just follow, share on all social media. When I do a short or if you could just put an emoji up. If you want to actually say something. I'll respond back because that takes the algorithm to the next step, and it lets your friends know that you're watching something that's kind of fucking fun. Oh, no cussing. Damn it. God, this is going to be hard. It just helps me out without even helping me out. That's it. That's all I can ask. And if you don't want to, I get it. This is different. Not everybody has a hanging thresher shark. Most people would just throw that part away. Oh, no. Oh, no. This is going to be either mounted somewhere. The one I get, I'm going to cut the right way. I cut this the wrong way. This is the bottom side, I believe. I don't even know. I believe the fin is on the bottom. I have to look. And if I would have cut it at this angle, and then I get an epoxy, right? And now I have money for budget. And then I make if I want a tabletop like this with one of my halibut's skeletons in it. The product of that, to make that happen, is $2,500 just for the product if you don't mess it up. I'm not going to waste $2,500. I don't have $2,500 to waste. But I got buddies that do this for a living. They're contractors. They know how to work with it. They make beautiful tables. Why not do a collab with one of those guys? Because this is uncharted. Now, normally, I think it would fly in Lisa's house, but she has 5 dogs. So would they chew the table to try to get to it? I hope not. Because she has 5 dogs. But it wouldn't happen in my house. It would happen out here. Can you imagine this? Or even this tail with all these little things, and then you do a pour, right? Maybe I'll put lights underneath so when I'm doing my show, my whole desk is lit up. That's where my brain goes. That's where my artistic side is. That's why I got to stop eating salt. That's why I got to take my health seriously. Found a new drink. Hopefully, it'll bring the blood pressure down. I'm gonna start taking blood pressure meds. I have them. I just didn't take them because I love living life. I don't like taking drugs. I don't. I don't trust our medicals. Dr. Fauci took the trust out of that. I'm not going politics on you, but Jesus Christ. And if you want COVID shots, go get them. Keep going. Wear your mask with your car rolled up with nobody around you. I'll pass you in my diesel truck while you're in your electric car. And it kind of makes me laugh and makes me happy inside. Because I know there's people out there like you. And you need people like me to protect you. Because you're a sheep and I'm a wolf. That's facts in my brain. Now, if I've just offended anybody, well, Jesus, I've offended you. It even says maybe Lisa. My phone is saying maybe Lisa. My phone is smart. Thank you, Siri. Yes, Lisa, I can't see. My phone was plugged in so I can do this. I'll get caught up with you in a minute. I'll put you in there. What do you want to be put in my phone as? Fruit Hoops? I mean... Oh, there's my mailman. Sometimes he comes down when my door's open. Oh, he is. He's got to back up. Let me see. Hang on. I love this guy. That's the wrong guy. The other guy, he comes in. He drops off packages. If it doesn't fit in our mailbox, he'll bring them to the front door. We're in the country. We don't have the... What do you call that where they go rip off all your Amazon stuff? Porch pirates or whatever they're called? Because this is country. Don't rip off things. There's cameras, number one, but holy Toledo. Ooh, this isn't a place to F around and find out. And I don't want you to come test it. Jesus Christ. None of that. I'm not tough. I just love living in the country. Lobster Lisa. Okay, that's what it's gonna be. And then I love putting pictures in the phone, so I'll put the picture of you with the two lobsters making them into a heart. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, go to Dave, Saltwater Guide. What date was that we shot that, Lisa, live? So Jose could watch it if Jose wanted to watch it. Why a safe behind me? Oh, God. It's California. I only have squirt guns in there and Nerf guns. Now, I'm an all-American. I mean, I have a safe for you keep your valuables in there. It's screwed into the cement. I don't know. You know how to get into a safe. I think these ones are pretty easy to get into. I don't keep anything valuable in there. Jesus, the warden's coming. You think I'm gonna keep stuff in there? My squirt guns is what they'll find in there. That's it. Maybe a couple gold chains from my uncle. These I keep in there. You know what I'm saying? These are more valuable than anything I own right now. One of one. You guys don't know the market on shoes because you're old? Just know, and none of them have a gaping asshole that's 12 pounds. Just a fun life. Anyway, thank you. All you do is have to click on... Look at how good Lisa is. Lobster Lisa just put it up. And just click on there. And honestly, if I don't get you in the first 10 minutes, there's going to be cussing. It was adult night only. Adult night, there wasn't any sexual things going on. It was just fun. And if you're upset by me killing lobsters and everybody on board killing lobsters, then I'm not the person for you. You might want to watch, though, because it's entertaining as fuck. And to all the people that say I'm raping the ocean, okay, all these go to China. All these go to China. Matter of fact, these ones don't even fit in the traps, the commercial traps. Sometimes there's a big one in there, and boys and girls, if you're diving and you see a big one in a trap, it cannot get in there by itself. It probably has a chip in it like they do with dogs. The wardens have done that. They come to the dive boats, they just, instead of, they're doing their job, they're measuring them, making sure that. But if you have a big one and they go beep, 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 you got caught. I've seen it happen before. It does happen. Matter of fact, back in the old days, I used to take a stamp that I got at the craft store. You know, it's a hole punch. And all my lobsters back in the day, because we had guys that would wake up at like 3 in the morning. There was no cameras or anything. And you're with 30 guys, so why would anybody want to steal one? But they would go and steal just one out of everybody's bag, and then they had their count of 7. Because of me, they didn't know I stamped the tail. Let me find one that I stamped. I got one somewhere. God damn. These ones are all new. Hang on, let me look real quick. Show you what I'm talking about. It's gonna be an older one, so here we go. It's that easy. I don't do this anymore because I go on boats with the guys that I trust at this point. But just to show you what I'm talking about, let me find another one. So right here, this one was stamped 3 times. This one was stamped 1, 2 times, and 3 times with a heart. Now, you can't see the heart anymore. I didn't even take the fins off this. Look at this female. Those are going to be some nice earrings. Just put them back in water. They come right back and then epoxy them. Wow. Assholes are gone, though. Huh. Look at that. I used to cut them down the middle and just rip the shell out that way. I've perfected that. I've come a long way. Wow. So anyway, because of me, we caught the guy that was doing it for about 3 years. And then he got kicked off the boat. I wanted to beat him up, but the captain said there's no violence. Okay. That was when I was young. It was like 20 years ago. And that was when it took me all day to get 7 lobsters. So I worked for it. And I even had to do a night dive. Now the guys that taught me, they got theirs 7 in one dive, came up, took their dry suits off, and started drinking beer. They didn't care. They were at the stage of their diving careers that I am now. I am the best. I was trained by the best. Narcissistic. I'm using Magnum condoms for the first time in my life on lobsters. I saved my buddy's lobster that just had a beautiful daughter. Man, when he posts things, guys, do not fucking rip him apart. Do not say that it's a female lobster, male lobster if he made a mistake. He's holding his fucking baby up next to it. Show some respect. Put that anger towards me. I need it. Because anger with me goes my algorithm up. I love it. You can't hurt me. My kids don't talk to me. Jesus Christ, I've been through anything and everything in life. I had a brother that died of leukemia when I was 5. So don't pick on my mom just because she voted for Kamala. She's a woman that fucking put down a son into the dirt. That's a hard fucking thing to come over. But she's a champion, and she's still around. She enjoys my show. She's scared of the world right now. And you gotta understand, that's my mom. I've told her I had her the whole time. She didn't have my back with the financial part. I mean, Jesus, California, if you weren't a Democrat, your businesses got gutted. Now the money's been turned back on. It's insane. It's insane how when you're doing good in life and you believe a certain way, and when it's not going your way, you still are a good person. Okay? And now money's been turned back on. Social media is on my side. It wasn't. If I would have changed it and said I was just made a new account, said I was gay, right? I know that's terrible, but I tried it. My algorithm moved a different way because I would put, if you go back just 2 years ago, I would hashtag love is love. Because they promoted those videos left and right. Is that wrong? Because I'm not gay? I don't give a fuck. But then I woke up and my algorithm, even my porn turned gay. I did it to myself. That's the goddamn truth. I documented it all. It's fucking interesting as fuck. Then I left the gays alone, right? Because then they got mad at me because I was doing the opposite. It's almost like fish art people. You change your algorithm, you meet people, and then you get hatred because you're in a group that they don't want you in their group. Because they don't line up with this, but the older gay people, I'm California, so I don't give a fuck if you're gay or not. I'm not. You can be my friend, but we're not. That's it. Don't think you can turn me. My wife's. I'm not even gonna go into that guy's history, her haircutist, but just a nice person. He follows. And he also agrees women and men shouldn't be in the same sport. He can't say it right now, right? Because then they got to stay tough as a community. I don't look at community like that. My community are people that I know have my back. If they're going to stab me, they'll stab me in the front. They'll look at me and slice my neck, metaphorically, why I'm looking at them. I don't have to pull this dagger out of my back and say, why the fuck did you just stab me? I thought we were friends. And then question it. Because here's what I learned at a therapist when I was going through my divorce. If you try to figure out a crazy person, you'll go crazy. So as soon as I see a crazy side to somebody, I don't defriend them. I just distance myself from them. The reason why I don't defriend them, because a real crazy person cannot be defriended. And I like all my friends anyway. I hook up with all the well, I mean, I was in California. So anybody that was a Republican, I hooked up with. And I became friends with. Now, doesn't mean I believe in everything that a Republican believes in. I'm more of a libertarian maybe. I don't know what I am. I just knew there was two ways to vote. There always has been. The Bernie Sanders thing we just saw, so fuck off. We'll never do that. Less government in my life, the better it is. That's the side I take. The one that wants me to be me, wants me to go out and make money if I work hard. This is hard work. Social media is hard work. There's no money in it on views. A cent, 1,000. That's what your average you're going to get. Now, there's some people making a lot more than that. I get it. I'm going to get in that league. Or I'm not. And I'll still do my other jobs. I got plenty of fucking jobs. But this is where I'm going to go. I want to get one of those Mercedes Sprinter vans instead of my $90,000 truck and my camper, putting it on, going down south. I'd rather just have the drive. Now listen, the Sprinter vans, if you go over 70 miles an hour, I'm a leadfoot. You go over 70, you ruin the engines on them and the transmission or something. You have to drive them under 70 miles an hour. Otherwise, you're messing yourself up. So I got a lot of work to do. I'm excited about it, though, because I got a thresher tail behind me that's going to bring me to gold. There's smell. Not bad. And when I epoxy it, and I'm glad I didn't epoxy it before I watched this guy's video, and I didn't just watch one, I watched 25 videos. Here's what I do. I go to the University of YouTube and I binge watch. So that's what I was doing last night at 5:30. My wife goes, "Are you gonna go live?" I said, "I got to figure this out because this thing started falling apart and smelling. I didn't want maggots to get into it or the flesh-eating beetles." I put it in salt out in the kill shed, and I just started binge watching last night. And I saw the time coming up, and I know I would like to have that platform where you all watch, and I have thousands of people watching, and you can watch me go diving. That's the weekend. What you're gonna get. It brings down. I can't meet a Jose Jibby Watt. I can't. Good morning, brother Brent. Hey, good morning. Good morning. Sorry, I just looked over. That's my goal. I have to check my ego because I'm not there yet. And why spend $59 a month on a platform where you only get the people that are watching you? That's what it does. When I get off here, I should have probably about 700 to 800 people that came in, and then they tell you how long I kept their retention. I'm on fire with that. I don't like the 8 seconds. Everybody's begging me for more, so I do part 1, part 2, part 3. I don't know why part 2 has over, last night, I was at 550 and they stopped it because I said the word fag on Instagram. They put me in Instagram jail. Now Facebook's owned by the same dude. And when I say fag, it's not a hate speech. It's how I grew up. We called our bros that. I still do. You'll hear me on the boat say fag, and then I'm like, oh my God, I was just on national TV. Maybe I shouldn't have said fag. It's not. I just went through the gays. I don't hate you guys. You guys agree with me. Women shouldn't and men shouldn't be participating in the same thing. You're not allowed to say it because your group, who's ever running that group, says how you think and how. Listen, gay people are, in my day, wow. You kids don't know. Our dads sent us out to beat them up. That's the truth. Somebody came out of the closet, you put them right back in the closet, or you got beat up. That's just the truth. That's where we came from. We can't talk about it. Jesus Christ. Now, I'll tell you what. Any of my kids turned out to be gay, I would have loved them the same as everybody else. Listen to the frogs in the daytime. I love country. Anyway, would I change anything in my life? Absolutely not. I wouldn't change one fucking thing. And here's why I wouldn't change it. Because I look at life as an adventure. I always have. I never cared about what people thought about me because, man, it was brutal growing up for a little bit. You gotta understand, nobody can understand me. I had a speech impediment that only my mother and my sister could communicate. Now, what they would do, I lived in San Diego. They took me to San Diego State, took me out of my private school, took me over to San Diego State, and the college students that were trying to become speech therapists, my family didn't have money, so that's how you give them a guinea pig kid. Here you go. I would bite them. I would yell at them. I would hurt them. These beautiful little girls that wanted to just change the world, right? Helping one kid at a time. I ruined a lot of people's careers. And then my mom would be so upset with me. Jesus Christ. You did it, what? I don't know. My mom's the only one that... They couldn't understand me. They're trying to teach me... Say ambulance. I still can't say it. That's everybody laughs. Breakfast is another one. Go ahead and laugh. I don't give a fuck. I enjoy breakfast, and I've only been in an ambulance 3 times. Now, if I stop and do what they say, ambulance, I still can't. Fuck that. I don't have time for that. I gotta create things. Leave me the fuck alone. I made my business. I wasn't on the system. I didn't take what they do now with the special kids and say, oh, here's what you can do. Hopefully, maybe you could just be a box boy at a restaurant or a busser at a restaurant. I like nice things. Listen to those frogs. What a glorious day. They're happy. I killed a whole bunch of them yesterday on accident, sitting on my lawnmower. Hey, listen, I made sure I don't let my yard get out of control. So when spring comes, my neighbors are all looking at me. It smells like fresh cut grass out there. Today I'm going to do the pruning of the trees. Plus I have to go do my other businesses. Then I'm going to come back at 5:30 and we'll rock this again. I thank you all for joining. Jose, I am so excited that you found me. Like I said, if this works for you, 5:30 p.m. every night. I know you're in Wisconsin or back there, so I don't know what time that is. You can use it as a podcast. Someday I'll figure out how to do a podcast, but right now you can just watch it. Follow me on all social media. My name's either Brent Mitsch, BrentMitsch, or Seawolf13. If you're on TikTok, it's Seawolf1330. I'm not monetized on TikTok. I just throw stuff up there because I like to listen to music behind it. And whatever music I put on there is what's really in my head. So don't worry about the words that I'm saying. Thank you. Thank you, my guy. Like I said, it's you might not agree with some of this stuff. You might agree with everything. I don't know. I know this, that I have to start making shorts. I wish I could show you the behind the scenes. Well, you can watch it. You can go to and hit what Lisa put up. Because that was, in the first 10 minutes, I'm jumping out of a kill bag by, I gotta learn the kill bag. Lisa, if you're still there, please throw the kill bag up. You wear hats. My brain doesn't, this is the problem with my brain. Unless I have one of those bags, and I didn't even bring my bag on because I knew you guys were all into that bag. And my bag is the guy from Deer Meat for Dinner. I got his bag, right? So this is the bag that I carry up to Alaska with. I could put 50 pounds of flesh in there. Deckhand Sports, perfect. So I had that in my thing, but I was gonna bring my beer in it, but I'm like, that's just disrespectful to Deckhand Sports. And Chris, the ice guy, Calico Chris, I'm telling you, I can help you guys get to the finish line. I'll calm down on my cussing. We're all Americans trying to survive here in California. They say they want young entrepreneurs. They don't. The Democrats want to control you and tell you what to think and how to think. They want to create a class that's up here and a class that's down here. The entrepreneurs are right here. We still have to make payroll. When I had a janitorial business, you still have to pay your employees. Even though you're living in $1 million house, you pay your employees first. You can't lose them. The guys that owe you money, that want to get a little bit extra and stretch it out to the very end. If you've been in business, no matter if you're a contractor, no matter what kind of business, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not that 1%. So the people on TikTok, I'm not 1%. Do I hang out with the 1%ers? Sure. I entertain the fuck out of everybody. And I back up what I say. So when I went down and they put me on a yacht, it's only because I treated somebody on the dive boat good first. And I had no idea who he was. And 5 years later, he says, "You want to go on one of those yachts?" I'm like, "What yacht? And who are you?" And then he told me who he was. I'm like, "Oh yeah, we had fun." He showed me my video. I went back and watched the video. I'm like, "Oh man, we had fun, didn't we?" And then I got to go on a yacht. And I was called shithead. I don't care if you call me shithead. Because I know what I'm about. I knew what was about to happen. One guy, it was all older rich guys. One guy said he would shave his head. He had that ponytail, 70, 80-year-old dude with a ponytail, gray hair, nice hair. I don't have hair. Pulled back in a ponytail. He said he'd cut off his ponytail. The other guy, tons of money, said he would shave his balls. Said, "I don't want to see you shave your balls, but if you're saying you're going to shave your balls," this was all for a 6-pound plus bug. Okay? If I say I'm going to do something, I do it. No disrespect to them. Listen, They didn't know what was about to happen. The first day of diving, the guy's in his 70s. He pulled up an 11-pound bug. He's done this for 19 years. He's put everybody on the boat that doesn't know what they're doing. He put me on the boat. He believed in me. People that believe in me know what I'm doing. And the first day he came back with a 12-pound lobster, 11-pound lobster. The second day he came back with a 12-pound lobster. And I put the team together on that boat. Now he's a captain and he knows how to back up a boat, a huge yacht, right there in Newport. But he likes to go over to Catalina and do the sand line, the mooring balls, pay like $150 a night or whatever it is. I like to be out there in nature. So I put a captain on board that sleeps up top, makes sure the anchor doesn't slip, can drive the boat at night. I'm not saying he can. He's very accomplished. He's a pilot, flies his plane down to his thing. Love that guy. And we had one of the greatest trips in the world. It was so great they made a book for me. Let me see if I can find it. Damn. I was about to get off, but this is kind of fun. I do have to go work. Where is that book? You know what? This next weekend, I will play every time I've been on that boat. Video. I will show you and back up what I'm talking about, but you're going to have to wait till next Friday night. But I might be on an adventure, so I can't even guarantee that. Friday is a day where I might be... Well, I got a buddy coming up. God, where is that? This is where I need to be organized. And this is where I start breaking intent. I almost broke that. I'm not going to look at, I can't do it right now. I'll figure out where it's at. I think it's over in this area somewhere. Hang on, let me just look. And then before I make a move, I have to look at the lobsters because I'll mess them all up. It's somewhere. Yeah, it's somewhere. Anyway, and I got to bring him memories. We went back to the boat, we cooked. He invited me up. He owns a restaurant in his town. During COVID, everybody's wearing masks. Nobody can get into this restaurant. My daughter was going to college in Chico. Oh, oops. My daughter was going to college. And this, I think, one of the last times I got to see my daughter. I said, Emily, you want to go? And it wasn't just lobster. The cook made lobster escargot. Lobster escargot. Fire. But they kept bringing out plate after plate. Duck. I've never had duck. They're big duck hunters. Goat from around the world that you'll never be able to taste. I got to taste it. It was delicious. I got to let my daughter experience that with me. I got pictures of her having fun at the table. Like, she's in college, right? And it was a Friday night, so she wanted to go party. And she came back to my buddy's house and hung out with us old people for like 3 hours. Telling her stories just like I tell stories. She's as cute as a button. And that's the person that deemed me a narcissist after that. I don't know where we went wrong, Emily. Calling me a narcissist and you sitting down and shutting up now? You're not a Mitch. You're whatever your mom's turned you into. That's what a narcissist will do. They'll take your fun away. I hope your life's still fun, little girl. I would appreciate it if you wouldn't fuck with Weston's brain. That's the truth. Let me have my son back. Because Weston could have went and gotten us, each one of these people down there. They're all fun people. They would protect Weston. My son doesn't need protection. He's 27. He just can't stand up to his mom. He's mad at me because my daughter came and lived with me and he had to sit there and listen to this narcissistic asshole of an ex-wife of mine. Weston, I said, cut that umbilical cord, quit sucking the tit of your mom, and let's enjoy life. I only got a good 20 years of this. You can go to Alaska with me. You're a fisherman. I'm not. These guys are all fishermen, and they're the best. Or don't. Sit back and watch your dad succeed, and while you're sitting there crying. This isn't fair. Don't pop on my social media on a non-ghost account. Jesus Christ, that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Love you, buddy. Love you, Emily. To my ex and her father-in-law. You've lost. You've lost your goddamn mind. Because this is a checkmate move. Nobody thought I was going to become famous. Nobody thought I could get my word out there. I know you guys are real slick. You know how to say the right things. You know how to make me look like a fucking maniac. I can do that to myself. Fuck, I'm under investigation again just because I yelled at the fucking board up there in Sacramento. And I don't have to buy my kids. I say my kids because I can. Don't say it if you're just getting divorced and go to court. Call them our kids. Otherwise, they're going to take away from you because you're a dominant and you think everything's yours and you're possessive. I've learned that. But now they're old, so I can say my kids again. And if it's true you bought them houses, well, all we have to do is Google to see whose name's actually on that house so you can have control over my son. It's Emily's handwriting, my own handwriting, that her grandpa was paying her not to talk to me, paid for her whole college. Why would you do that to a great father? I don't know. Those are questions they got to answer. All I know is I got Magnum condoms. I'm going to put it on this shark tail, put a lot of juice in there, make a nice little short of it. Everybody will say, what the fuck happened? So I can cuss now because the algorithm's going to go away anyway. I don't care. I've already infected somebody. Jose. And I didn't infect him. He just seems like a nice person that was entertained and looked at me and said, wow. And if I would have been on StreamYard, I wouldn't have gotten Jose. I wouldn't have reached him. So all you out there that think you're smarter and you need to get all this fancy equipment, I'm on an iPad right now, and it's kind of blurry on your left side because it's fallen over a couple times because I get so excited because I'm moving around doing things like this. I have 3 other ones, but long as the camera works okay on this one, that's the one I use. This will all come together as soon as I grow next. I'm limiting myself because I don't know your world. I do not know this world. The guy that said he invented lobster sausages, primo. That's what I need to learn how to do. The voice, the following. But mine's not smoke and mirrors. Mine's a real fucking deal. I'll take it from the very beginning, grabbing this thing out of a hole, all the way to the very end. You eating your lobster sausages. We call them sea dogs, me and Martin. So, one last time. SeaWolf13 on all social media. Please join it. If you're particular and you don't want to go to Facebook because that's where the old people is, I get it. Don't do it. Instagram's for you. If you're not into the gram and you're into TikTok, go ahead. I don't make any money off TikTok, but fuck, those are fun videos. Also, SeaWolf13.net. You can show support by buying a t-shirt. I'll mail it out to you the next day. Lisa, did you get yours? If she's still here. Lisa, did you get yours yet? Or no? I hope so. It said it was out for delivery. And if you did you see the handprint of the lobsters that's real lobster juice. It won't happen like that again. What I did is her package I mailed out. And I also, my buddy Ryan from Slay Day, he's going to have King of the Harbor down there in Long Beach. He bought a couple hoodies, and I just hand printed the outside of them. And now that's going to be my emblem, a bloody hand on there. This was orange. It wasn't blood, it was the orange. Because I was pulling the lobsters out whole. Got to check them in. Okay, well, just do me a favor if you could. Take a picture. I want to make sure the handprints are on there. Just know those handprints, they don't look like a handprint, or maybe they do. I can't remember. The lady at the post office is a big, big fan of mine. She loves to see me grow. She looked at me a little weird. I'm like, yeah, that's not blood, it's lobster goo. She goes, oh, okay, we normally don't like that. I said, okay, I'm going to get paint and put a red hand on it. Just get a stamp, right, on my bags. Say Seawolf with the red hands. Because listen, if you can't handle the kill, and you just want to think that I'm out there just killing an animal to kill it, this thing fed, I don't know, how many... I fed in my little village with 4 steaks or 2 steaks from it, this 90-pound thresher shark, at least 8 families. Some of them are Mexican. They do have bigger families, I'm just saying. I'm not being racist, it's just what it is. A family of 8 can never, I don't even know what thresher shark goes for. I've never even looked it up. Now, I'm not selling it, I'm not trading it, I'm not bargaining with it. I just give it to people. I could have staked it up and put it in my game freezer. But that's not my style. I want my own. I'm a narcissist. And I didn't even know there was an etiquette on the boat. Children first. And it's a good... I learned this at 54, and I learned this after our whole event. Children first. I don't care if they can pull it in or not. They get to go have fun until they say they don't want to have fun anymore. Take over the pull. Dave was there. Dave knew exactly. Justin was there. They knew exactly how to fucking handle things. Then you had the women step up. Lisa went. Lisa went until she said no more. Then Tina had the belt on, ready to go. They put the belt around me. I was going to be the finisher. They didn't need a finisher. Woman power. Let's give a hand for women. Right? They don't want to be in the men's league. We don't want to be in their league. They did it themselves. Blessing up. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you just go punch that, what Lisa put on the screen. That was a night that just changed my life. First time I've ever hoop net and was successful. And it was only $220 on an open party. So if you hear there's an open party, I don't care who it is, go do it. Go live. I came back with 10 pounds of lobster that if you bought from China, it would have been $1,000. Let's just break down the math. Let me do the math. I think it's 900 and... No. If I take 2 off 1,000, so it cost me $220 to do this. So if I take 200 off 1,000, I'm at 800, and then we do 20 more, so I'm at 780. Got there. Boom. There's my math for the day. But then I came home with all that thresher shark. Bonus. Plus that was only in the afternoon. You gotta wait till it gets dark to get the lobsters. So you tell me for $220 I brought back over probably about $1,500 worth of stuff. This, I don't know what you would put on a thresher shark tail after it's been taxidermied. I slapped myself with this, and it wasn't good enough. So then I had this guy that wanted me to zip up the deckhand sport bag that I popped out of with the thresher shark. And Anthony just wanted to zip him. Let's just leave him in there the whole trip. He's running his mouth too much. He said it like 3 times. Anthony, I like you. That's my kind of friend. I'm like, please don't fuck. I got to perform. What's going on? Good fish. I remember you. Do you remember me? How would I remember you, Bud? I honestly... Are you the guy from Oregon? Are you Bud from Oregon? My boy Mark's Bud? The guy I was on the boat with for bluefin tuna? You got the biggest one on that boat. That's the Bud I... Oh, wait. Rod. The See What Stop. You'll see the See What Stop. It's a 4-hour podcast, but if I don't get you in the first 10 minutes, from Spain. Okay, are you the guy that rides the motorcycles? The professional that rides the motorcycles? That you guys were young and you helped my buddy TJ move? Or you gotta narrow it down. What trip was I on? How did we meet? I'm interested. I love this. I've done this for 25 years and had such great times. And like I did with everything is brand new to me. That's how I look at life. I'm just learning how to taxidermy, and it's making me healthy. It makes me want to live. I just opened a business. I got an internet. How the hell did I get this and get it into a website? Hey, you meet the right people, family. And they took down my website the day I said it at the meeting. Conspiracy theory not. My buddy over in Taiwan put it right back up in a half an hour. The one that put my website together. Says he's never seen that before, but it was a glitch. So, to me, it's the government. I yelled at top people. I didn't care. I didn't care you're a doctor. I didn't care you're a woman that's in charge of our fish and game, but you don't even know what a coyote is. That seems a little fucking weird to me. I did not need to be lectured about Black Lives Matter. I have blacks in my family. Leave me the fuck alone. I don't know why you have an indigenous person board without an indigenous person on it. I call them Indians, but I think that's wrong. Why? If you're wearing purple, pink, certain kind of custom glasses, you're probably a liberal to me. And I'll still love you the same. I'll just look at you differently and know that you're a snake that wants to bite me. Because you said you wanted to be my friend, and I do not see you as a friend request. Now, I called you a cunt. I said I couldn't masturbate to you because you're so ugly. Those are facts. I said your story about the kids made sense to me, and everybody else called out bullshit. But if you don't maintain your boats and you don't listen to Saltwater Guide, then listen, you go take your boat out, and it's not going to work. Your batteries are probably going to be dead. That's the main thing. Don't put it in the water without trying to start it. And I know they say don't start it without putting it in the water. Hook it up with this hose to your, before you get it ready to go. Don't be the guy out there. Everybody wants to launch a boat on an opener, and you're the guy off the dock, spinning around, trying to get back to the dock to tie up. Don't be that guy or gal. Or do. Man, you do you, I'll do me. Just a beauty. What a beautiful day. I'm going to go work. You guys have a great day. Dave will be on at 12 o'clock p.m., your Saltwater Guide. If you want professional people to tell you how to do this, if you're a fisherman and you want to fish, listen to him. He also has the knowledge of people that can go up against the board and instead of yelling at them and belittle them like I do, back it up with facts. If you're going to take away another fish from us, just know we're here. We're going to stand up. We're revolutionists, I guess. I feel like a hippie from the 60s. We changed it. Bless you guys. Thank you for letting me perform for you.